their place in the world as ongoing narratives.
So they're not just defined by past mistakes.
Exactly. They can actively shape their moral identity, author new chapters focusing on integrity, maybe compassion. It's a shift from passively receiving moral rules to becoming the active author of your own ethical life.
That makes sense. It's more empowering.
It moves beyond just knowing right and wrong to actively creating a life that aligns with positive values.
Okay, and then there's mindfulness and positive psychotherapy. How do they fit in?
Well, these focus more on things like being present, self-control, compassion, and also identifying personal strengths.
Right.
Parks suggests these can be directly applied in moral education to bring in more, say, emotional depth. It's not just cognitive.
So practicing mindfulness helps build self-awareness and maybe empathy?
Precisely. If you cultivate those inner qualities, self-awareness, compassion, you're building a foundation for ethical behavior that comes from within. It's not just about following external rules because you have to.
Which leads us right to the teacher's role in all this. It sounds like it becomes quite pivotal.
Absolutely. Parks suggests that teachers, much like therapists in a way, are called to foster things like autonomy, responsibility, truthfulness, empathy in their students.
So guiding students to think about whether their actions might harm themselves or others. Kind of like a reality check?
Exactly, like a reality check in therapy. The teacher becomes more of a facilitator of moral growth, not just an instructor handing down rules.
And this all seems to build towards Professor Park's big idea, ethical counseling.
Yes, what he terms ethical counseling, or in Korean, which translates literally as ethics counseling studies.
Okay.
It's this concept suggesting a blend. You take ethics, moral philosophy, psychology, and traditional counseling, and you weave them together specifically to cultivate students' moral competence and their psychological well-being.
So it's a holistic approach then, integrated.
That's the idea, holistic and integrated. This field aims to bridge those gaps we talked about between psychological healing and moral instruction. It recognizes that real well-being needs both. It leads to a kind of moral health that considers the whole person.
So bringing this all together,
Right.
what does this deep dive into Professor Park's work really mean for you, listening? It suggests a potentially powerful new path for holistic development.
Yeah, if you look at the bigger picture, it implies that real moral health isn't just about memorizing rules or knowing right from wrong.
It's more fundamental.
It's about cultivating a healthy mind, a healthy spirit. And it's about empowering people to actively reshape their own life stories so they align with their deepest values.
Which leaves you, the listener, with a pretty big question, doesn't it? What if integrating these deep psychological insights directly into how we teach morals and character could unlock a much deeper, more complete understanding of character for everyone?